Hi there, this is Toby Green and you're listening to The Green Room with Tom Green and Jacob Gaynor. Stay tuned.
Oh, coffee's for a week for that, mate.
Episode 27, and it's the episode that everyone has been waiting for, qualifying final time. Thomas, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling fantastic, thank you, Jacob. It is the best time of year. It's exciting. The weather's turning beautiful. Not that it's not often like that in Sydney anyway, but it has really turned on recently.
It was a wet winter.
Yeah, it was a little bit, but that's all right. Yeah, the weather's turned. The best form of football's coming, and it's very, very exciting.
Now, before we get into what is an exciting episode, what we're wearing today.
Yep. Great merch.
The official Giants Ride the Wave merch, which you can get your own at shop.gwsgiants.com.au/finals.
It is great finals merch, and we encourage all our Giants fans, and maybe even if you're not a traditional... Yeah, well, good.
What was that?
It was me burping and trying not to make it obvious. Really
sorry.
Yeah, anyway, thanks for that.
Instead,
I'll continue plugging our club, mate. No, it's our official finals merch, and whether you're a Giants fan or maybe your team wasn't lucky enough to make finals, maybe we bumped you out. Feel free to purchase some Giants merch, some Giants finals merch, and ride the wave along with us.
There's no doubt people are on the Giants bandwagon. They would have seen our CBO, Broden Kelly, Chief Bandwagon Officer, extend the invitation to join. And I think a few people have. Did you see the back page of the West Australian today?
Well, of
Actually,
course.
on that, is there something you'd like to say? Like maybe an apology?
Definitely not an apology. Maybe I didn't realise that you posted things on Twitter well before you posted stuff on Instagram. I don't really get how that works or why you do that.
So what I do is I post on Twitter, suss the vibe, and if there's one comment that's like fire content or like admin needs a pay rise, you best believe it's going everywhere else. It just kind of like...
So Twitter's your sounding board.
It is, because it's ruthless. Like if you make a mistake, people on Twitter will let you know.
Yeah.
Instagram's a bit more forgiving. Facebook's just our parents.
That's
so
true.
It's always like, oh, hope you're well, Tom. Like it's nice.
Yeah, right. Well, I didn't know that.
But you had the audacity.
Yeah, well, look, mate, quite frankly, I didn't think that, you were sort of had the bottle to call out, a major newspaper like the West
That's
Australian.
the second time I've done it.
Yeah, well, it is kind of a lot of people, I think, laugh at the West Australian. They are.
Yeah, not great.
Well, it's just kind of funny. Like what they do is, I don't know if it's, I don't know.
I think it's on purpose. It's a strategy.
Well, that's what I hope that it is. As long as it is, then I think it's funny from them. If it's not, then it's embarrassing. But
hope it's a strategy.
Yeah, we'll say benefit of the doubt. It's a strategy.
Okay, now it was a big weekend. Obviously, you had the weekend off. Both headed back to the beautiful Canberra.
Yep, watched a fair bit of footy as well. Watched my younger brother Lockie, shout out to the under-15s Marist. They won their grand final against Tuggeranong.
Oh, it was junior grand finals, wasn't it?
Yeah, so he won a premiership. They went back-to-back, the boys. They won last year as well, beat Tuggeranong both times too. So and Tuggeranong beat them week one of finals this year. So then Tuggeranong got the week off. Marist then had to go and beat, who'd they beat? I can't remember. They beat someone and then they...
It's a great story.
Yeah, it is. And they smashed them too, so that was great to see. And then watched the Eastlake Demons knock off the Belco Magpies in first grade. Billy Clark played very, very well. Like I don't like to toot Bill's horn unnecessarily, but he played very, very well.
Does he listen?
Not regularly, so he probably won't. But his parents listen, so they'll be happy with that. They were there too. I saw Janine and John, which was lovely, and the rest of the Clark family. And Angus Baker, very good as well. Aaron and Josh Bruce, both very handy too. So
we talk about names like everyone else knows them. Well, we're both from Canberra, so we know the names.
Well, people know Josh Bruce.
Yep, former Giant.
Yeah, exactly.
And Bulldogs.
People know. So,
but what I will say, Angus Baker is, in my opinion, the best player to not be on an AFL list ever.
Yeah, he'd be very, very close.
So stiff.
If he's not number one. He's a very good player. Very good player.
But as we mentioned, also in Canberra, the AFLW season got underway with a massive win.
Yeah, well, am I right in saying it's our biggest ever win?
Our biggest ever win, our highest ever score, and our new recruit, Ailish O'Dowd, kicked the fastest goal in AFLW history. And might I add, she must have been thinking 20 seconds in, this sport is easy.
Yeah, really easy. It's
It could win goal of the year.
I think it is going to be hard not to.
Special. Just
Like,
so athletic.
That's what I mean. And but also like fastest goal in the history of the game.
Crazy.
Yeah, like I don't know. You come streaming out of a centre bounce, have a running bounce, and thread it. Like, I don't know. I think it's going to be tough not to win goal of the year, quite frankly.
It was a fantastic performance, fantastic crowd, great support as always in the beautiful Canberra. And hopefully the girls can build a little bit of momentum. They have Richmond this week, so they'll go down to Melbourne on Sunday. So after our win over the Swans, make sure you tune in and watch that. Now, the Swans we'll talk about.
Yep.
We'll get to them, but they can wait. Bigger news
Yep.
this week. Isaac Cumming
How good?
dropped the knee, engaged to his beautiful partner Mia. It was just really wholesome.
Yeah, it is. It's they're a really wholesome couple. Very, very happy for the both of them. Both absolutely lovely people. And yeah, I couldn't be happier for them. And I don't think it certainly, wasn't a surprise or anything like that. I think they've both been pretty smitten about each other for a while now. And so it was, I suppose in some ways, more of a formality. We knew it was going to come at some point, but yeah, it's just fantastic. I'm so happy for the both of them. And yeah.
Photos were beautiful.
Yeah. It looked like Cheese did a really good job. It looked like he did everything right, did it really, really well. And I'm sure Mia was stoked with him. But yeah, super happy for the both of them because they are both genuinely lovely people.
So Cheese, or Isaac Cumming, he approached myself probably about, I want to say a month ago, maybe more, with the idea. He was like, so this is my plan. Like I plan to propose. Can you come take the photo? And I was like, ooh, that's a lot of pressure.
So you crumbled.
No. Have you seen the photos? They're
So
amazing.
you did end up taking the
I took
photos,
them,
did
yeah.
you? Yeah, right.
And
Were
then-
you hiding somewhere?
Yeah. So Isaac, he executed it to perfection because he planned it very, very well. So the original plan was to do it a couple of weeks ago. Same location, same spot, but the weather was just not.
Where was it, by the way?
In Vaucluse.
Yeah,
I
okay.
hope I'm saying that right. Vaucluse?
I'd probably call it Vaucluse. I'd probably put the emphasis on the
Vaucluse.
Vaucluse, but
It's in a nice part of Sydney.
it's beautiful.
Beautiful view. And what made me nervous is that we sat down. I reckon we had alongside Will as well, who videoed the proposal. I reckon we would have had about 4 or 5 coffees, like different catch ups, planning through every moment, every scenario. What do we do? Where do we come from? What angle are we doing?
Yeah.
And so the plan, and I hope Isaac doesn't mind me sharing this, but the plan was to tell Mia that they're going to like a nice lunch, fancy lunch. So she's dressed up, and then blindfold her out of the car, lead her to this beautiful little picnic area, drop the question. Will and I would be somewhat hidden and get the content. But also when that moment's happening, Mia's not looking anywhere else.
Yeah,
She's
exactly.
looking at Isaac. But so I saw Isaac Sunday morning. So he proposed Sunday afternoon. I saw Isaac Sunday morning and he gave me the bottle of champagne to bring. He also gave me the ring to go there and plant. I have never been more nervous in my life. Watching that, like now I know what it's like to be a father. I think. Like I did not let that out of my eyesight all day.
Yeah,
I
that
was
would have been.
stressing. Like, on the way there, I was like, if I get held up at gunpoint, like, what do I do?
Held up at gunpoint, you
I
reckon?
didn't know. It was a nice ring. What if someone saw me with like a box in my pocket? Anyway, so Will and I got there like an hour and a half earlier than Isaac, just because we were nervous and wanted to be like sure of every situation, be in the right spot. Got there, legs shaking, and then Isaac shared his location with me, so we knew when he was getting close. Set it all up. He got out of the car. We had a beautiful song and a speaker ready to go. So as soon as they got out of the car, he gave us the look, played the music, and then he dropped down to one knee, and it was beautiful. Got the moment. Beautiful video from Will. Some lovely photos. Had a quick champagne with them to say congratulations, and then
Head on your way and
got out of there and let them have their moment. And it was just, it was pretty special to be a part of.
Yeah, that is cool.
And it just made me realise, wow, I'm so far.
There you go.
From where
I didn't
he's
realize
at.
you were so handy.
No, I'm not doing it again.
No, I was going to say, I think I'm recruiting you to do it when
Sure, not close.
I didn't say I'm close. I'm saying when it happens.
I'm not doing that again. I got like my legs. I reckon I was more nervous than him. My legs were shaking. He's lucky the photo looks good. Like, I've never been so nervous. I know Will was really nervous, and obviously Isaac. He said his knees didn't stop shaking for about half an hour after it as well.
That's pretty funny.
But beautiful moment.
Yeah.
Very honoured to be a part of it. Now, some feedback we've got the last few weeks is about your love of history. And that's not necessarily a bad thing.
I know it's not a bad thing.
Well, let me finish my sentence. I think it is a testament to the kind of person you are and how interesting you are with your interests. But it's boring people, Tom. People don't care. Do you know what the best thing about history was? It's in the past. All right, let's leave it there. We don't need to necessarily talk about it every episode because that's not what people listen to In the Green Room for.
Well, I haven't talked about it for 27 episodes. I think we're up to episode 27, aren't we?
Correct? That's what I said at the start.
I don't think you did this
I did.
time.
I said episode
sure?
27. Did in that voice.
Don't know if you did this week.
Okay.
I'd love if we can
Rewind
fact
the
check
tape.
that. Yeah. But look, I think if we don't learn the lessons from history, it's the saying obviously goes, if we don't learn our lesson, we're going to repeat it. But yeah, look, if people don't want to hear history, if people don't want to educate themselves, then cool, I can stop bringing that.
All right, good.
But I think that there's a decent audience out there that would like to hear
maybe
it.
just not this audience.
No, I think there's a decent audience that listen to In the Green Room that want to hear it. But hey, I'll spare people this week.
So for those that are listening and are worried that history will sneak its way back in, I've got this button. Every time Tom tries to speak about history. Huh?
Yeah,
That
that's like I said, I'm just not going to do it this episode if that's not what the people want. But yeah, I think people are missing out.
Okay. So before we move into questions, red light, green light, and of course we teased last week our new segment, over or underrated.
Yep.
You didn't remember that, did you?
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't. You
I
looked at me
did.
like, we're doing what?
I looked at you like the way I always do, mate.
Confused.
A whole lot of love and respect in my eyes.
Lies. And then we'll talk about Sydney Derby last.
Sure.
We'll
Song?
leave it on that note. Song of the week, of course.
Yeah.
Couldn't forget that. And
What a great idea by me, by the way.
okay.
What a great idea that
Can we
was.
just
to
add it
bring
was
to
like
this
it's your
podcast.
only idea? That's consistent.
That's not
Trending
true.
topic has disappeared.
No, but that's
Don't get me started where ASMR went.
ASMR. People loved. People loved it. Also, trending topic. I'm not going to rant for the sake of ranting. If I've got something, I'll come to the table and I'll get aggressive. But I'm not always going to just rant for the sake of ranting.
Okay, I like it. Bit of self-restraint.
Exactly.
Uh,
Something you could
I
learn
have
from.
it. Have you seen any vicious content this week?
I don't think that's self-restraint. I think that's don't do it or you're done.
What, they fire me?
Yeah. Go on.
Well-
I know what you want to say. Say it.
I'm going to Tassie.
No, that's not what it was. I
No,
thought you were
I
gonna
know. I know what you were thinking.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it. Let's go on to questions. We're going to switch it up, and Tom is going to take over the mantle of questions.
Yeah, I am going to go over take over questions this week. I think it's probably long overdue because when I do it, I think it's a whole lot funnier, quite frankly.
Okay.
But
Unnecessary.
but here's a good one, and I'll really like. This is the first one, and this is actually a question for you, Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
Where did your interest for an AFL social media role originate from? Great question.
Great question. I've always been very passionate about media and the media space. Originally, when I was younger, I wanted to be a author or a journalist. I used to write, like when I was younger, I used to write fake newspaper headlines.
Really?
Yeah.
Any examples off the top of your head?
It would have been about my friends, like making it in the big time, that kind of thing. I genuinely think I would have included myself as well in that. And I've always loved sport, always loved the AFL, always been super passionate about that space. And on the other side, I've always loved the ability to make people laugh. So I think I just found the perfect balance in what social media is. And when I was growing up, there still wasn't many career paths in social media. I think it was relatively new. I was one of the first people at University of Canberra to go through a sports media degree. There hadn't been many before me. But I think it just has always kind of really been there. And then I got lucky when I finished school. There you go, shout out Tom Highmore, started playing for the Canberra Demons, and they didn't have a media representative. I think the year before it was Sophie Steele, Jack Steele's sister. And she'd just moved to Melbourne or Sydney, I think. So I was recommended by Tom, took over the mantle, and my career kind of started from there, which was a long time ago now. But great question.
Yeah, that is a great one. And sort of off the back of that, Jacob.
Oh, is this an interview now? Or is this someone else?
No, this is another good question here.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob, does the hate ever get to you, or is it just part of the job? How do you deal with it? Because I think I got a similar question last week, or like about reading your Instagram requests, this, that, or whatever.
Yep.
So that's a good one, because how do you do it? I suppose, as we've said, you're a bit of a trailblazer in this space in terms of like at least Australian sport social media.
It's funny, like from my job perspective, I educate players such as yourself, and we had a meeting with the AFLW team a few weeks ago about hate online and what you do and how to react. And it's funny that I don't necessarily follow my own instructions a lot. I fall into the trap of reading everything, whether that be my personal profile or the Giants profile. And I think with our tone of voice and our language and what we do and the content we produce, there are going to be people that don't like it. It doesn't necessarily get to me, like, you know, when Paul Roos came out and voiced his opinion, or if Kane Corns comes out and says something, then that doesn't affect me, because I know what I'm doing is working, and I know that the players are buying in, and that's what's most important to me, like, is the players and the fans. And as long as our Giants members and fans are enjoying what we're doing, then I'm doing the right thing, I think, and then that's getting cut through. But some of the personal stuff, it gets me a little bit. Sometimes I react too much, like I'll reply to it, which probably doesn't help my own cause. And then some of them are just like, some of them are funny, like clean up the mop on your head or blah, blah, blah. Doesn't normally get me, but there's a couple that are like
it can get you in
digs,
weaker
and I'm
moments.
like, wow, maybe, yeah. But yeah, another good question.
Yeah, it is a good one. If you could only have 5 apps on your phone, which 5 apps would you keep?
Ooh, good question. Instagram, Twitter.
Twitter?
Love Twitter.
Yeah.
But I'm
Is
more
this an older thing? As in like, no. But Bucks loves
Boomer.
it too. I don't mind Twitter, but I don't.
So Bucks is similar to me. So Bucks and I use it more for, like, he uses it for his EPL, NBA news. I use it for my whole feed's EPL. There's not a thing that's AFL on it.
Yeah.
But obviously the Giants account. So that's why I like it. I use it as my news source,
Yeah, right.
which is not always factually correct, but
Yeah.
it's my news source. So I'd say
You're right in the thick of the rumour mill.
yeah, Instagram, Twitter is like FaceTime. Is that an app or text call? FaceTime's an app
No, but I think you can still use the phone though.
or apps.
Yeah, so I think it's like an app.
Strava. You don't get it, man. You're a professional athlete. You don't get it.
Strava.
I guarantee the year you retire,
You won't see me
You'll
on
use
Strava. You will not see me on Strava.
didn't you say you want to get into ocean swimming?
Yeah, I won't.
You'll
wear a
Strava
watch
it.
and post it.
You will.
I won't.
You will. Trust me.
Promise you I won't.
Because when you retire and you don't have all that attention on you, telling you how good you are, you want a kudos, mate.
No, I don't.
You want a kudos.
No, I won't.
You will.
I won't.
Also, on ocean swimming. I went ocean swimming for the first time last week,
Really, where?
Bondi, with Cambridge and Nicola Barr.
Did you swim
From our
like north to
AFLW.
south?
We swam to from the rock to like halfway to the pavilion in the back. It was so cold.
Yeah, right. It would have been
Um,
freezing.
And they have like the proper swimming
Wetsuits,
wetsuits. So
yeah.
I was just in my Speedos.
You would have actually
Shout
been
out Speedo. But
freezing.
it was, I actually wasn't too bad. I didn't realise how cold I was till I got out. Then I was
Yeah.
like, wow, I'm numb. But really liked it. Really, really liked
What
it.
did I tell you?
Yeah. Who would have thought?
Me.
Yeah, that's also true. What are your favourite apps?
You also named 3.
All right. I'm going to add
I'm gonna-
Spotify.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to add... Ooh, what's the last one?
No games?
Candy Crush.
Yeah,
It
sure.
always saves me on a plane.
I'm going to go Instagram.
Mhm.
I'm going to go... I don't know if I want... Do I need another social media?
Snapchat. You use Snapchat like no tomorrow.
Yeah, I use Snapchat a bit, but like that's just like basically as a messaging sort of thing. You know what I mean? So like...
I think you're going to struggle for 5, so I'd put
No,
Snapchat in there.
I'm going to go Instagram. I'm going to go... Oh, God, I hate to say it, but I'm going to go TikTok.
Oh, that's a good one. I forgot about
Yeah.
TikTok.
I'm
I'm
gonna go-
replacing Candy Crush.
Yeah,
TikTok.
I'm going Instagram. I'm going TikTok. I'm going definitely Spotify.
Mhm.
I think I'm then going to go... Yeah, maybe Snapchat and then... Like what else? Because the thing is, the reality is like... Mate, I got a messaging app. Yeah, so maybe and Safari. Like you need Safari. I use Safari all the time.
That's true.
Yeah, so I'm going to say Instagram, Snapchat, Safari, TikTok, and Spotify.
It's a good 5.
Yeah, I think mine's a really solid 5. I think you wasted Candy Crush.
Yeah, I replaced it.
What else? Let's see. If you could see one artist in concert, who would it be?
Dead or alive?
Sure. I assume that means you're going to see a dead one.
Yeah. Justin Bieber. No, I'm going to say
What?
Elvis Presley.
Really?
Yeah, love him.
Yeah, right.
Or Ray Charles.
Yeah, he'd be impressive. Who would I see?
Or One Direction.
Come on.
Never got to see him. Breaks my heart.
Like, they're not dead, but I feel like in their prime, maybe like, I don't know. Because what you're saying, like the Rolling Stones would have been good to see live. Like one of those old,
Queen.
like, maybe even just though, like, I don't even love the Beatles, but just like the mania that was around them, like,
Would have been cool.
yeah, maybe just to get in the thick of that environment.
Like Queen at Live Aid.
Yeah.
That would have been special.
If
Have you seen Coldplay?
No, I haven't.
I'd love
They
to see
seem
them.
unreal
I'd love
too.
to see them.
If you could play with any AFL legend, who would it be?
Your granddad.
That's probably not a bad one, actually. Maybe him then, yeah.
No, answer it properly.
The way that he talks about Royce Hart, actually, maybe I would say him, because apparently he was unbelievable. So maybe I'd do him, just to see what it's like. And then last one here, I think, because then we've got some red light, green lights. Xbox or PlayStation?
PlayStation. I don't own one anymore, but I used to be massive on it.
See, I never had either, actually. The only thing I had was a Wii, and Wii's are great fun.
They're so fun.
Yeah, but I think, like, all my mates were all PlayStation. So, like, when I was sort of around that, I was PlayStation.
Here's an interesting one. I'm going to add a few more because I want to. Finals predictions. Should we go through every game but ours? Obviously, we think the Giants are going to win because they will. Go through. So, footy's back on Thursday night, which is great. Love that. So, Port, Geelong, who wins? It's tough. At Port.
Yeah, I know. I think Geelong.
Like that.
I think that it's going to be tight though. God, it's a good finals this
every
year.
game is so
Yeah.
good. I'll go. You know what? I'm going to go the Power. I think they just get it done.
Yeah,
Dogs, Hawks. This is a good game.
I think the Doggies.
I think the Dogs too. Giants win, and then Brisbane Blues.
And it's up at the Gabba too.
People have written off Carlton.
Yeah, I'm going to go Brisbane.
I'm going to go Carlton.
I'm not writing Carlton off. I'm not in that camp of writing Carlton off, but I'm going to go Brisbane.
Yep. Okay, I agree with that. There's a few questions for our segments that are coming up. Well, there's heaps.
Yeah, that's all right. Anyway, aren't we on to red light, green light?
Yep, we could.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Red light, green light. French fries, like dipping your chips in a soft serve.
Yeah, for me, I imagine this probably tastes okay, but for me, just not even on principle, but it's a red light. I just think I want to enjoy them by themselves. It's not really, I'm not one to do stuff like that. Like these weird flavour combos that people do and they love.
Didn't you say you're willing to try anything though? Like,
Yeah, I think I have given it a go and I think it actually tastes pretty good, but it's just not,
not you.
yeah, it's just not me.
Yep.
The reality is it's not me.
That's nice.
What about you?
I'm going to say green light. I like it.
Yeah, of course you are.
Not that I'd do it, but like,
Yeah, fair play.
like if someone sat next to me and did it, I'm not going to call them out on it. I'm
Yeah.
like, yep, makes sense.
Yeah, fair enough.
Reusable bags. Green light. Because those little paper ones you buy from the shops suck.
Yeah, but I think the reusable bag, but wasn't it about using Coles ones in Woolies?
Oh.
Yeah. But for me,
Ooh, that makes it so much more interesting.
yeah, because I'm going to hate on the environment, like reusable bags.
That's what I said. I was like, why is this
Red light, I
simple?
want one use one. Nah, I don't care for
green.
mixed matching at
Yeah,
all.
I'm green.
Wouldn't bother me. I mean, I only really shop at, like, I'd love a Woolworths sponsorship, by the way, but I only shop
Hey.
at Woolies.
We would like a... I shop there too, man.
Yeah,
It's not
okay,
just about
perfect.
you.
We'd love a Woolworths sponsorship. Should we start making cooking
In the
TikToks?
green room, that kind of makes sense.
Wait, in the green room and do like
Cooking?
healthy, like quick and easy meals?
Yeah. I think people would want to see it. How do you go in the kitchen?
Good. I actually do. I've seen you cook before. It was pretty dour.
What did
remember
I
one
cook?
time I came over and you were cooking steak. Do you remember that?
That was good steak.
I think it was kind of the way you were going about it. I wasn't
I don't know about you, man, but I work some pretty crazy hours.
I
So the
didn't-
fact that I had time to cook a steak, pretty good.
I didn't back it.
No.
Anyway, we'd love a Woolworths sponsorship is my point, and also mixed matching. I don't mind, but the point I was going to make is that it'll only be Woolies anyway because I only shop there.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Anyway,
Exclusively.
green light for me, even if you do that.
I'm going to say green light as well. Baths. I think we've done this before. Red light. I don't
Green
like 'em.
light, huge one. You sort of have to have a shower afterwards to
you
get
are
a bit
big.
sweaty or whatever, but love a bath.
No, gross. Golf.
Red light for me.
Red light. And it's probably because I'm not good at it.
Yeah, well, I've never really had lessons, so I'm not great either, but I just don't, it just doesn't appeal to me. I don't know. I know a lot of footballers love their golf. Maybe it'll hit me at some point, but it hasn't yet.
No, not me either. Honking.
In traffic.
I'm going to say red light.
Now, you know what? In traffic, for me, red light, but I'm good on my horn use in terms of like to actually
Give it a little bit of a...
No, but also if so, for instance, if someone goes to pull out and I'm right there, I'm quick on the horn. Like I don't just swerve out of the way. Like, and if do you know what I'm trying to say?
More of a warning.
Yeah, more of like when I say what it's actually
an
used for.
aggressive
I'm
honk.
not doing it. Yeah, as in like, oh, come on, whatever. Mine's just literally, nah, I'm here. And like I feel like it's almost underutilized because there's even been times it's kind of like not a when I say it's not that bad of a habit, but like Rick and I'll be driving and something like that'll happen, and Rick is sort of like swerves out of the way or something, but I'll like my instant reaction is go bang on the horn for him. Like I'll reach over and hit the horn, and he's like, oh, and he's almost like,
That was not nice.
no, but it was in like when I say he's happy, he's like. He was like happy with my horn use because again, it's like the right time to use it, but like I just don't feel like that's necessarily people's like reflex in that time. But for some reason, in his mind, when that happens, I'm like quick on the horn.
I like it.
Yeah, so it's, for me, in traffic though, it's a red light, but like actual horn use, green light.
Lining up
Underutilized aspect of the car, maybe.
the horn.
Yeah,
I'd agree with
you
that.
forget you have it. I think sometimes.
Depends where you're driving. Sydney, you hear it all the time. Canberra, you don't.
Yeah, but I'm saying
No,
like
like if you beep in Canberra, you're pretty mad. Something's gone wrong.
you could leave the car park right now and just beep randomly, but like, do you?
That's not what it's for.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's underutilized. I'm a big one that for when I'm driving off like
From a friend's house or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. And the wave?
yeah.
Yeah, that's classy.
I'm just saying I think it's underutilized by some. Anyway, I could talk about car horns. Maybe that's Tom's training topic.
Have you got 3 seconds? Lining up first in queue for a plane.
Nah, hate this red light. Hate it when people are like twitching
like-
to get on and off. You know, as well when like people as soon as the seatbelt signs goes off when you've landed,
And they're
they'll
straight up.
spring out and like it's like okay, we're all like there's still a lot of time here. The cabin crew's got to go and disarm the doors and everything and just chill out. It's the same as like getting on there first. What are you going to do? Sit on the seat. All of a sudden your flight is an extra 15 minutes. Red light for me.
I'm going to go to a new segment. Now, we teased this last week, and there was a few. And I'm excited to see. I think it'll spark a little bit of debate.
Yep.
Ready? So, underrated or overrated? I've got,
Yep.
I've got a list here.
Sure, buddy. Hit me.
IKEA.
Overrated.
I'm going to say overrated.
People love it. People carry on about it.
People go there for a day.
You're going to say fractionally overrated, yeah?
I hope I'm pronouncing this right. The matcha?
Yeah, matcha. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Way overrated.
Overrated. It's like grass. It's gross.
yeah. I don't love it. I don't know why
I think
people love it.
I think people do it for the aesthetic.
Yeah, definitely. Way
Oh,
overrated.
I've got a
for mine.
matcha. No. Yeah.
Yeah, overrated.
Yeah. Napping. Underrated.
Incredibly underrated.
Like it is the best thing.
Also, here, you're not allowed to hit me with a. This isn't history, so you're not allowed to hit me with a boring. No, you're not allowed to hit me with a boring
I'm not.
button.
I'm just getting ready in case you carry on.
This is informative. If you look up, do you know what your circadian rhythm is? Do you know what that is?
No.
So it's like a human's natural, as in like your circadian rhythm. When you wake up, it like accelerates. You go up. Your metabolism. It's like how your metabolism flows throughout the day, based on a human's natural response, right? So you have a massive peak, and I think it's in like cortisol levels or whatever when you first wake up to like get you going, and then you like it's sort of like you keep going up and up and up until somewhere in the mid arvo you have a bit of a lull, and then just before evening as well you have another little rise, and then when you go back to sleep you have a drop right down. All right, and that's your circadian rhythm, and it's based on the sun as well. So like when the sun hits you in the morning, that's why you know how they say you're meant to get sun early in the morning.
First thing.
Yeah, it's to kickstart your circadian rhythm, and to get you going like that, right? But what my point is the fact that in the mid-arvo there's a dip. You know how often in the mid-arvo you get tired? It's your body, your natural rhythm of your body telling
So
you
you're meant to have a nap.
have a little nap.
Is that where like
hunter gatherers? I'm telling you as well. Think about when hunter gatherers, right? What they'd do, they'd wake up in the morning. They'd go, don't hit me with it. Don't hit me with it.
I'm not.
Because it's informative. You'd go out and you'd hunt. You'd do whatever. You'd go and spend the morning doing that. Maybe you get something. Maybe you wouldn't. Then the hottest part of the day hits. What do?
Sleep.
You nap. Wait till it passes. Then in the evening when it starts getting cool again, a little rise in activity. Start doing more things. Then it gets dark. Got to go to bed. That's just how humans are programmed. That's like an old instinctive thing. So what my point is, napping, good for you. Part of your circadian rhythm, you should do it.
I think that's a big thing in like Spain and countries like that, like the siesta.
Yeah, in the middle of the day nap.
Shops and everything close
Yeah.
for like 2-3 hours.
'Cause it's
Everyone
a thing.
sleeps and then everyone goes again.
I'm telling you, it's a thing.
Okay. Well, you survived the boring button, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, because it was, tell me. Do you
It was
not feel,
informative. It was informative.
You feel informed?
Yeah. Like I don't feel tired or bored.
Yeah, because
Like-
it's interesting.
Yeah. So you did well.
Thanks, bro.
You're welcome, man. Valentine's Day. Overrated.
Underrated.
What?
Think it's an undersell. Don't buy into the consumerism of it. Don't buy into that, all these presents, this, that, whatever. Like, don't buy into the consumerist part of it because I'm pretty sure it might have been even like made up by big companies to like just get you to spend.
Smart.
But like, I think it's nice to just have a day where you can really just like, some people I think in their rhythms of their life and their routine can just like, you can forget to like, I don't know, do special things with your partner. And so that's just like a reminder of like, oh, okay, we can at least do something nice then. So I'm going to say underrated
I'm going to say overrated.
on you, mate.
You should be just doing that all the time.
Yeah, well, you should, but I'm just telling you the routine of life can get in the way.
New Year's Eve. Overrated.
Way overrated.
Sucks.
I had a great, you know what though? You know how they always say pretty much all New Year's are like a
Disappointing.
letdown?
Yeah.
I had a really good New Year's last year. I had a great New Year's. Just like the whole like week leading up to it though with my mates and
What'd you
everything.
do?
And then I was in Byron Bay for it.
Mm-hmm.
But like the week leading up as well, like my mates and I sort of drove up the New South Wales coast, stayed in a few places, had a lot of fun, had New Year's, and then on the way home we went camping too.
Fun.
So just, yeah, like that whole period was so much fun.
Have you already booked New Year's this year?
No, I haven't. Not sure what I'm doing.
Huge.
What are your plans?
Still haven't booked either.
Should probably get around to it soon, to be honest.
Yeah, it's getting close, and it gets expensive the longer you leave it.
It certainly does.
Brunch. Underrated.
Overrated.
Like, are you just doing it to disagree with me?
No, I'm not. I actually think it is a bit overrated.
Why?
Well, it's just a bit late.
That's what brunch is.
Yeah, and I don't like that. That's why I think it's overrated.
Going commando.
Free balling.
Underrated.
Yeah, underrated. You got to be
Underrated.
careful though. Like,
Yeah, it depends what shorts you're wearing.
these are short shorts.
Yeah, you can't be doing that.
I'm not here, but I think it's a bit underrated.
I think it's so underrated. It's liberating.
That's coming sounds like a guy. To be fair, I sleep naked, so like I enjoy that.
Oh, that's not commando though.
Well, what do you mean? Like you said,
Isn't
it's like
commando wearing like just no undies?
yeah, but I'm saying that like you want to talk about a liberating feeling. Lie
Yeah,
in your
sleep
bed and
naked.
sleep naked.
Yeah.
That's liberating.
But that's not the question. The question was
Anyway.
commando.
Yeah, sure.
Putting on sad music when you're sad.
Overrated.
Underrated.
Worst call ever.
It's so good.
Nah,
It's therapeutic, man.
no, it's not.
You need to lean into it.
No, you don't.
Sometimes you do.
Cheer up.
Just get better.
Yeah.
Now, so this one was sent in by Nat Taylor from our commercial team,
Yeah.
and it divided the office. So this
Yeah.
has already spread like wildfire. So I'm excited for your opinion, and I'm excited for the In the Green Room listeners.
Yeah.
Roast dinners.
If anyone thinks these are overrated, they are a clown.
Overrated.
You are a goose.
Mate,
Okay. All
They
right.
suck.
No.
They suck.
Hey, you know what?
If I get home
I feel bad.
and the slow cooker's
No.
out, I'm going out for dinner.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's not a roast.
Or like just any roast dinner. Sunday roast is gross.
I'm going to go on the record. I don't know who was cooking you. I don't want to necessarily offend your parents, but whoever was cooking your Sunday roast wasn't doing a good job then because roasts are grouse.
No.
Particularly in winter, they are grouse.
Gross.
Worst call. I love a roast.
We'll do a poll.
Yeah, sure. We can do it. I love a roast dinner
No,
though.
they're the most overrated.
God, they're good.
They're rank.
Nah, they're elite.
No,
Nah, that's a bad call.
gross. All right, a few more because this is actually a pretty good segment. I like
Yeah, it is.
it. Oasis.
The band, I don't really listen to them, so I'm going to say overrated.
I'm gonna say overrated. Everyone's kicking up a stink.
Yeah,
They're back.
I'm going to say overrated.
They've got Wonderwall. That's it.
I'm
I've
saying
heard it 100
overrated.
times in 100 pubs.
Exactly.
All right, we'll do a few more. Live songs and albums. I feel like we're going to disagree on here.
Mine, for me, this is overrated.
Underrated.
There's only like sort of a couple live performances that I really prefer to like the actual studio recorded single. So I'm going to say overrated for me.
I'm going to say underrated. And you know what? Now my song of the week is going to be from a live album.
It's going to suck anyway, mate.
It won't. It's going to be so good. 2 more. Showers in the morning.
Why are you bringing this? For me, this is overrated. Like I shower once in the day. Well, that's not true actually, because most days I'm at the club after shower numerous times. But if I'm just like going about my day, it'll be an evening shower, and that's it for me.
Okay.
Is that all good?
So wait, what did you say? Underrated?
I said overrated.
I'm going to say underrated.
Of course you are.
Yeah. I'm not doing this to just disagree.
You
We'll
are,
find
mate.
one we agree on. Ocean swimming in the winter. Underrated.
Yeah, sure, underrated.
There we go.
Pretty cold diet. I really love cold water.
So you kind of wanted to say overrated.
Yeah.
But you swim every day off, don't you?
Yeah.
In the
Not
ocean?
in the ocean.
Oh, do you go to a pool?
Yeah.
Where do you go?
Virgin Active in Zetland.
Oh, great pool. It's
Yeah.
25 metres.
Yeah, 25.
It's a lot of turns. You're a big guy.
Yeah, well, I don't tumble turn.
You just slap the
Yeah.
ball, head back. Wow, I really should have beat you in the pool, didn't I?
No.
Last one. Ice cream in a cone. Overrated.
Underrated.
Put it in a cup.
No, but
Put it in a cup.
hang on. We'll say here. If it's a fruit flavour, get it in a cup.
So
If
sorbet.
if it's a chocolate flavour,
Cone.
you can cone it.
Normal cone or waffle cone?
I'm really not fussed with either.
Do you know the difference?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That was good. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was pretty good. What do we now? Song of the week?
Song of the week. Ready?
And then we're...
Song of the week. Sydney Derby. Call
Yeah.
it a day.
Sure.
You go first because I need to find a live song.
Yeah, I've got a fantastic one here. It's Von Dutch by Charlie XCX off Brat. And so, yeah, to all our listeners out there, I may not be a Swiftie, but I am a Brat. I
What's
love
it called?
Von Dutch, VON space DUTCH.
Oh, yep. Is he going to swear?
No, let's listen to it.
It's okay to just admit that you're jealous of me. Yeah, I heard you talk about me, just a word on the street. You're obsessed and just confess it, put your hands up. It's obvious I'm your number one. It's alright to just admit that I'm a fantasy. You're obsessed and just...
Hey, great song.
I mean,
No, just wait for it. Wait till would you want to hear the chorus?
when's that?
Go on a little bit more.
number one. Yeah, I'm just living
How long?
that life. Bondage, car, classic, but it's still packed. I get money, you get mad.
All right, when are you listening
Makes
to
me
it?
feel sexy. It does. Nah. So yeah, like I said, I'm not a Swiftie, but I'm a Brat. I love Charlie XCX's new album. And Von Dutch is a great song off it. Makes me feel sexy. And I feel like we should all feel like, we're sexy more than we sometimes do.
Ooh. I've got my one beat yours.
No, it's not going to. Let's
Ready?
see.
You turn my guitar on.
Let me skip a bit.
Yeah.
I just don't wanna miss you tonight. And I don't wanna see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand.
Tune. You should actually go on YouTube and watch that performance in the rain.
Overrated
Crowd.
song.
No.
I actually
Oh
stand
my
by.
God.
It's one of those songs that's overrated.
Why? Because it doesn't make you feel sexy.
No. Okay. Maybe, yeah. But also, it's just one of those songs, I don't know, people love and I just don't. It's
Also,
overrated.
let's
for me.
rewind.
Also,
When-
are you going
when-
to tell people what the name of your song is, by the way?
Yeah, well, I'm going to get there. I just
Mine's
wanna-
Von Dutch by Charlie XCX.
Yeah, you said that. Mine is Iris Live by the Goo Goo Dolls. Back to your song. When do you listen to that?
In the car, at any time. Like, I could listen
And
to
you're
it.
just like driving and you're like, I'm sexy.
Yeah, feeling sexy.
Okay. It's different. It's obviously a very big album at the moment.
Yeah.
So like it's a basic choice.
No, Von Dutch I don't think is that basic. If it was like Apple
album
or
itself, though.
360 or something. But like, I think Von Dutch is a little bit more obscure.
Yeah, okay. Derby.
Yep.
It's a big week.
It's a massive week.
I'm so excited. I've got a great feeling, and I just think we get it done. And there's obviously a very storied history between these two clubs already in September. 3-0, the Giants. Growing up as a Swans fan, didn't like coming up against them.
Yeah, it's nice, but I don't think it means necessarily that much. It's just it resets every single time. So while it is a nice little bit of history, and we'll obviously be looking to add to that. I mean, if that somehow guaranteed us a win this weekend, then sure we'd take it, but it doesn't. So we're gonna have to bring a really good performance against a really good team.
Will you watch the games before us?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you reckon most people would, or just because you're a big footy fan?
I'm not really sure. Again, I think it's a little bit person dependent. But for me, I love watching it. I love finals footy. Always have. So I'll be tuning in definitely.
Did you play in the elimination final against the Swans?
Was that down in Tasmania?
Yeah.
Yeah, I broke my arm in it.
Oh, and then you missed the Geelong game.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Tassie.
Yeah.
Wow, that seems like forever ago.
Yeah, it does.
Wow. It's exciting. It's
really exciting. It's a
really
massive
exciting
week. Massive week for football in this state. It's
So make sure you deck yourselves in orange. Give your friends and family some orange.
Get your finals merch. Ride the wave, baby.
Ride the wave. Do you want to do your little outro, Tom? First of all, good luck.
Thank you very much.
Very, very excited. Big stage, big player. We just know that come Monday, there'll be thousands upon thousands of new listeners and viewers.
Hope
because
so.
they want to talk or listen to Tom Green after what was an emphatic Giants win.
I really hope. I hope we're speaking that into existence. We'll wait and see, but let's hope so, Jacob. But thank you again to another week of In the Green Room. Thank you so much to all our listeners. We absolutely love doing it for you. Get excited for finals footy. Make sure you go into the Giants store and buy the finals merch. You can listen to us on all major streaming platforms, and our favourites, they watch us on YouTube. Thank you very much, and we'll be back here next week.